What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm Swipa Cam. Welcome back to the channel. Ah, I was told before the game that Nikola Jokic wasn't going to be available. I was told before the game that Nikola Jokic was going to have a little bit of injury management. I was told before the game that the back-to-back MVP, the leading candidate for the MVP, yet again, for a third straight year was out of the game, which again, I think everybody that loves NBA basketball, everybody that is a Denver Nuggets supporter, everybody was disappointed because nobody wants to see the game without the best player in the NBA. But that's what we got. And I tell you what happened. Instead of giving up, instead of not showing up, the Denver Nuggets decided that, Swipa, NBA, we are still the best team in the West. We are still contenders. And just because we ain't got our lead dog, don't mean that we ain't finna show up and show out. So that was an incredible game. The Denver Nuggets just beat the Los Angeles Clippers with no Paul George. I want to make that clear. No Paul George available. They beat the Los Angeles Clippers 115 to 103. 115 to 103. So tonight, when the game started, this was my mentality. My mentality was, I just want to see what they look like. What will your process look like without Nikola Jokic, without the best player in the NBA on the court? Are you going to play connected basketball? Are you committing to playing defense still? Are you going to be communicating with each other? Are you going to be able to work together on offense? Is it going to be a lot of ISO heavy ball? Are you going to be able to pass the ball at a high level? Are you going to be able to work together? Are you still doing DHOs? Are you going to do a lot of backside screen? Are you going to be running like Spain pick and rolls? Like, what are you going to be doing? And tonight, the Nuggets showed that we basically got a lot of that in our bag still. Now, the offense didn't look as crisp at all, but if Jokic was in the game, they could have scored 125, 130 points. I mean, that's how dominant they were. But just to be clear, the Denver Nuggets without Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon led the way. The Denver Nuggets tonight shot 50% from the field on 41 of 82. No Jokic against the fifth best defense in the NBA, the fifth best defense in the NBA. The Denver Nuggets shot 42% from three, 14 of 33 from three against the fifth best defense in the NBA. The Denver Nuggets had 25 free throw attempts. They just started attacking the rim. They were 19 of 25 for 76%. The Denver Nuggets also had 24 assists without Joker. They tied the rebounding battle 43 to 43, and they were one behind the offensive rebounding to 10 to 11. The Nuggets had 7 steals tonight, and they had 4 blocks, and they only committed 11 fouls. Across the board, the Denver Nuggets decided that they were going to lock in and take care of business, especially versus a team like the Clippers. They don't have a lot of those fast, quick twitch players that the Nuggets would traditionally struggle with. Your Steph Curry's, your De'Aaron Fox's, your Damian Lillard's. They don't have one of those. They have a wing who's a very good wing, very good player, but he just doesn't have the quickness to give them consistent issues. But tonight, I want to read, this is the stat line of the starters. This is the stat line of the starters. I want to read these all to you at once, and I'm going to talk about them individually. Jamal Murray played 39 minutes tonight. He had 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 8 of 17 from the field, 4 of 7 from the three-point line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, plus 3. Michael Porter Jr., 32 minutes tonight, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 of 17 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 block, 1 steal, plus 13. Aaron Gordon, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from three-point line, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, plus 16. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, with 1 block, 2 steals, plus 16. And DeAndre Jordan with a really good game tonight in only 26 minutes. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 of 4 from the field, 3 turnovers, a +8. The Denver Nuggets' main four core tonight was Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And they played excellent defense yet again. They played excellent defense yet again. They were locked in. They were communicating. They were talking. They were switching. Anybody that wasn't named DeAndre Jordan, they were switching. Zeke Naji, we'll talk about him in a minute. When he comes in the game, they were switching. But they were rotating at such a high level today. Now, granted, I know the Clippers don't have a great offense, but guess what? You got to play who's in front of you. And the fact is, when he's healthy, still a top 10 player in Kawhi Leonard. And again, people's preseason pick to come out of the West is the Los Angeles Clippers. Again, I heard the other day, even after the Nuggets smoked them, we're up 43 points and won by 31 points. There were still people saying that the Clippers can make it out of the West over teams like the Nuggets. There were people saying they would still take them in a playoff matchup. So what we've come back to is that the Clippers have had this really interesting hold on the NBA at large, because the Clippers are a team full of shooters. They got Kawhi Leonard, who still gets credit for that 2019 finals run, the 2014 finals run. And because of that, people have been extremely high on the Clippers. So despite whatever the Nuggets have done, it hasn't mattered because people still believe in their heart of hearts. But I've been communicating this pretty thoroughly, that the Clippers do not have the personnel to disrupt what the Nuggets do on offense, and they do not have the personnel to take advantage of the Nuggets' defensive issues they have. Now, granted, the Nuggets are playing stifling defense. They're playing stifling defense. Over the last 20 games, I think the Denver Nuggets have the 11th best defense in the NBA. Let me go and see if I can pull this up for you, because I pulled this out. I pulled all this out. So let me see. Over the last 10 games before tonight, the Denver Nuggets had the 7th best defense in the NBA and the first-ranked offense in the NBA. Over the last 15 games, the Denver Nuggets had the 3rd-ranked defense in the NBA and a 2nd-ranked offense in the NBA. Over the last 20 games, the Denver Nuggets have the 11th-ranked defense in the NBA and a 2nd-ranked offense in the NBA. And they have just been putting it on people. They've been obliterating people. So, again, we've reached a point now where the conversation that we're having about the Denver Nuggets is, what is their actual ceiling? Because they're still putting it together. They're still finding out how to play with each other. They're still communicating. They're still trying to find ways to maximize Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Bones Highland, Bruce Brown, KCP, Vlatko Cancar, Zeke Naji. There's a bunch of questions. Christian Brown didn't even get minutes tonight, y'all. That's how. And again, I want to say this with respect. I think the Denver Nuggets, somebody said recently, Charles Barkley, that the Denver Nuggets could be the deepest team in the NBA. And again, I think from a player-for-player standpoint, I don't agree with that. But at this point, from a chemistry standpoint, it's really difficult to have to deal with Murray, KCP, Porter, Gordon, Jokic, Bones, Bruce, and then Vlatko Cancar or Jeff Green, Christian Brown, and then again, Bruce Brown, and then you got Zeke Naji and DeAndre Jordan. It's very difficult to deal with those kind of mismatches. It's very difficult. So what happens is when the Nuggets are staggering Jamal Murray or Bones Highland, and then again, if you want to go big and you have Zeke Naji, Jeff Green, and Vlatko Cancar, or whoever you want to put there, that presents a lot of issues. And when you're able to then play a lineup around Nikola Jokic, where you got Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, and KCP, yeah, man, that's something else. The Nuggets have, and again, I got to give a shout out to Calvin Booth, the Nuggets GM, man. He knew what he was doing. He saw a vision, and he executed that vision. And now the Denver Nuggets are sitting at, I think they're 29-13 right now, first in the West. And they won their 5th straight game. And now they have a homestand coming up versus Orlando and some Pacers and some other teams. They're all good. They're all quality teams. Now, I don't want to say that. I'm not saying they're bad. What I'm saying is Jokic was able to sit out, and he's going to basically be out for 5 days, roughly. They blew out the Phoenix Suns. Obviously, no Booker, no Paul, no Ayton, no Johnson, no Payne. I get it. But they blew him out by 31 points. He played 28 minutes, and then he was able to sit tonight. So then he comes back versus an Orlando Magic team, a bunch of young guns, really good player, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr., Markel Fultz. They're deep. I love their roster. But the Nuggets are just different, though. Like, and again, I feel like I've been saying this. They're a different team. People still don't believe in them, but in large part, I think it's just because of reputation. It's just because of reputation. And right now, we're in a situation where Michael Porter Jr., where Jamal Murray, they're just doing something, man. Like the way that Jamal, Porter, AG, and KTP, the way they play together, man, that unit is just something else. They really are just something else. Like they just believe in each other. And so much of basketball is, can you buy into an identity? Can you buy into an idea? Can you buy into a philosophy? And that's exactly what they've done. They simply have just bought into a philosophy. And so right now what you're seeing is you're seeing the Denver Nuggets take this serious to a degree where it's like, yo, no Jokic, but you're able to still pull up a quality win versus a quality team. Again, I know they're struggling, but you did it. You did it. So right now, by the way, the four-man lineup of, let me get this, the four-man lineup, let me see, without Jokic in it, Caldwell, Gordon, here we go. The four-man lineup of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. in 333 minutes. They have a 121.1 offensive rating, a 107.0 defensive rating, which is a 14.1 net rating. 14.1 net rating. Y'all, that is huge. That is huge. Like, that is worth writing about. That is worth talking about. The four-man unit of those players, like, that's something else, man. That's something else. Like, I'm gonna put all this stuff on Twitter. So if you ever like want more information from me, or you feel like you're not hearing enough from me, or whatever else it is, go to my Twitter. Like, I put stuff on there all the time. Follow me on Instagram as well. I put all this information on there so that you all can have it. But again, y'all, let me read these stats off to you again, because I want to put this stuff in context. 333 minutes. 333 minutes. A 121.1 offensive rating. A 107.0 defensive rating. And then a 14.1 net rating. Y'all, so to think that you're able to put together a lineup, where you can confidently put Jokic around players who know their responsibility. All four of those players, at least this year, Aaron Gordon is not a historically great shooter, so don't hear me say that. But you're at least able to put a lineup together where you can say you feel comfortable with, hey, no Jokic tonight. Well, let's go ahead and put four real smart players around each other who are going to try hard, who are going to play hard together, and they're going to do the best job that they possibly can do. They're going to do the best job they could possibly do, and they're going to play within themselves. They're going to play within themselves. So the fact that you're able to put out that kind of a roster, bro, I mean, look, I said, man, it's just huge. Like, the four-man lineup of Murray, KCP, Michael Porter Jr., and Aaron Gordon, 121.1, 107, and 14.1. Yo, man, hey, man, it's just really time to have a different discussion about the Denver Nuggets. I mean, it's just really that simple. Because if you're telling me that you're able to put that kind of performance together, you can play that level of basketball together, man, like you're putting something on paper and you're giving yourselves opportunities that you just quite simply would not have, even if you have Nikola Jokic on the court. So then if you put the MVP, the back-to-back MVP, the back-to-back MVP on the floor with these players, and then you're able to build an identity and everybody believes in a system, y'all, man, I'm so impressed right now. I am like genuinely so impressed right now. Now, this is the best win without Jokic. The best win was still probably the Celtics game. I mean, from an all-around dominant standpoint, the Clippers game could still be up there. The Blazers come back in Portland. Man, there's a bunch of games that you could put on that docket. But to be able to do something like this, where you're able to work – and again, it's not like they've been playing together for years. KCP is new. Gordon, he's been there for 2.5 years now. It'll be 2.5 years soon. But for him, for Gordon, for KCP, for Murray, for everybody to be able to get involved the way that they are, I'm telling you, man, like, if you never believed in the Denver Nuggets, this is the year. I'm going to say it like that. I'm just going to be straight up and say it. If you did not believe in the Denver Nuggets, this is the season to do so. Because never in the history of the Nuggets, in the Jokic era, will they ever have been able to put on the floor the kind of performance that you saw today. Not, at least not consistently, and especially not against a player like Kawhi and Norman Powell and the rest of them. We got a super chat. By the way, y'all, hey, I'm telling y'all right now, if you wanted to add something to the channel, you got a comment you would like to make, you got a question you'd like to add, go to the super chat. I know some of y'all are real faithful in these super chat. Go to the super chat, man. I love sharing y'all's thoughts and ideas on the channel, man. We got it from Gordon Glasner. This was a major statement of the Nuggets' mental toughness, facts, depth of talent, facts, and passion, facts. These men are here to win it all. I want to point out what you said. Mental toughness, we know that Denver Nuggets have mental toughness because we saw 3 come back. We've seen them down the stretch. But the depth of talent, that's the key. The passion, that's the key. And Gordon, let me add to your super chat. The belief, the mental toughness, the depth of talent, the passion, but it's the belief. They believe that they can do it. They believe that they can do it. They believe that they should do it. Jamal Murray, at the end of the game, I believe by Malika Andrews, was asked, what kind of statement does this win without Nikola Jokic say to the rest of the NBA? And Jamal Murray said that if anything, we made a statement to ourselves that we can get the job done, that we believe in us, that we believe in our identity. So the statement that is made is one that says, I believe with our team, with our talent, with the system that we employ, we can beat anybody. And Stephen A. Smith also said it today. Now, again, you know Stephen A. Smith, I mostly shared it just for the content, for people to engage with. And people haven't heard it, but Stephen A. Smith said tonight, the NBA Finals might go through the Mile High City, baby. The NBA Finals might go through the Mile High City. When have you heard that? When have you heard that since 2009? Even the 2018-19 season, the Warriors were there. Everybody knew those Kevin Durant Warriors were winning that series. They were going to win it. If they stayed healthy that year, they win the championship, in my mind. I fully believe. Even in 1920 in the bubble, no one predicted that they were going to beat the Clippers, and then no one thought they were going to beat the Lakers. They just came out and had a great performance, did what they were supposed to do. But for the Nuggets to be able to do this now, that's huge. And that changes everything. So I haven't even got a chance to go to the players. Jamal Murray was excellent, man. He was excellent. He ball control, playmaking, passing. Now, he had 3 turnovers, some like really sloppy lost hands in the turnovers and all that kind of stuff. But he played well, man. Jamal Murray, he's not afraid of Kawhi Leonard in him. He's not. He's simply not. And so I think that's That stuff needs to leave. Jamal Murray shot 24, 8, and 4. Dang near 50% from the field and over 50% from three and 100% from the line tonight. He's not afraid of them. Michael Porter Jr. tonight had 22 points. He shot 2 of 8 from three. So that means that he was 7 of 9 from the 2-point range today. 7 of 9. He was 7 of 9 from 2-point range. And he was working. He was playing good defense. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. Crowder, Nuggets Nation's team couldn't be scared to play us. Let's go Nuggets. I'm telling y'all. Look, man, teams are going to sit here and act like maybe the media, maybe it's more fans. Like fans are going to say, well, they don't believe in the Nuggets. They don't believe in Jokic. They don't believe in their playoff defense and all that. But again, right now, this is what it is. This is simply what it is. The Nuggets are just getting the job done, and they believe, and they're playing committed defense. They're playing connected defense. So at some point in time, you got to give them their flowers. You ain't got no choice but to. Michael Porter Jr. was excellent tonight. You know, I heard people saying that they didn't think he was going to be – if Michael Porter Jr. is healthy and what he has been, he got to the basket, got some contested layups today, some mid-range shots today. And again, it's the threat of him at the three-point line. Having him out there on the three-point line, even if he's not making them, which is rare, it's the idea of Michael Porter Jr. existing that is what is so palatable to them having an elite offense. And then Aaron Gordon, 17, 5, and 5, 6 of 8, 2 of 3, 3 of 5. Played great defense as well. Kawhi Leonard tonight had 24, 8, and 4, 10 of 20, 0 of 3. He was a minus 15. Terrence Mann, minus 4. Marcus Morris, minus 14. Ivica Zubac, minus 16. Nicholas Batum, minus 14. Again, the starters were just washing them. And Porter had a lot to do that. Hey, man, stop letting people tell you Michael Porter Jr. is not playing defense. It's too much of a sample size. Too much of a sample size now. Stop letting people tell you he's not playing defense. He is. Because the Nuggets factually have a better defense with him on the court. And they have factually looked better since he's come back into the lineup for the last 12 games defensively. And that's just facts. That's just facts. So since he's been back, they have been cooking defensively and offensively. And that's just facts. So AG had a great game. Again, Contavious Caldwell-Pope having the best three-point shooter in the NBA. Having basically Murray's healthy, he's 40% three-point shooter. When Porter is fully locked in, he's a 45% three-point shooter. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is shooting 50% from three, y'all. And Aaron Gordon is shooting 38% from three. Jokic is shooting 38% from three. 38, 50, 40, 40. Starting lineup. And Jamal Murray, by the way, another post defense today against Kawhi Leonard. People keep trying to say that he's a liability and on the post. Like, I just don't understand what people are watching. I really don't. But again, DeAndre Jordan as well. His most important game of the year maybe was the Dallas Mavericks game where Bones Highland had 29 and he started that game. But tonight may have been the second most important. It might have been his best overall game, though. 8, 6, and 3, and 4, 4, plus 8. What? Hey, man. And then he stayed on the island, too. He stayed on the island with John Wall today. So, great game from him. The bench, Bruce Brown had 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He was a plus 7 tonight. Great game. Just great game. Like, switching on defense. He was playing committed, played point guard at time. Great game for him. Bones Highland, he only had 7, 4, and 3 on 3 of 12 and 1 of 6, but he was a plus 1. Defense wasn't great, but this is what you get with a second-year player with this much responsibility. This is just what you get. So I think he had good spots and he had bad spots in this game, and he forced a couple shots. But it's in 7, 4, and 3. It means he was also playmaking, creating for the second unit. Zeke Naji, best game of the year, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 19 minutes. Finished the game, by the way, over DeAndre Jordan. 3 of 5 from the field, 1 block. He was an even, but he had multiple offensive rebounds today that were huge, that were critical offensive rebounds. Blacko Chanchar, 16 minutes, 5 points and 4 rebounds, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, another huge three-pointer, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 huge shots, -4. What a great game from him. It really was a great game. Everybody that stepped on the court tonight, they did what they were supposed to do in order to win this game and earn this victory also. Nuggets, man, they're 29-13. They're 29-13. They're in sole possession of the number 1 seed. They won 5 straight games, and now they got coming up at home the Magic at home, the Blazers at home, the Wolves at home, the Pacers at home, the Thunder at home. 5 more games, y'all. Let's see what they can do with that, Swipa gang. Y'all, hit the subscribe button, hit the like. We are on the way to 10,000 subscribers. We are almost there, y'all. Swipa gang. The Denver Nuggets, this is that season, y'all. Hey, y'all, stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter, SwipaCam. Follow me IG on SwipaCam. Follow me at TikTok on SwipaCam. Y'all know what time it is. We are turning up. Hey, Denver Nuggets, Contenders, Finals, we see. Hey, I will see y'all soon.